Hello everybody, Explosive Pop-Tart here, and welcome to Girlfriend Simulator. So this game is made for those who can't find a girlfriend. So, here you go. I guess, I don't know. Let's give her a shot. Fall asleep, it says. The pain, when it hits me, it's intense. It comes on so suddenly I feel like I'm gonna be sick. Hurts more than I thought it would. It hurts more than I can endure. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Repeating it to yourself is definitely going to help, but then a miracle happens. My vision turns white. My lungs spasm in one last desperate gasp, and then there's nothing. I'm finally free. I thought it would be scary, which is why I trembled so much, but I think I'm getting used to it now. It's not that bad, really. Not existing. There are worse things you can do than disappear. Hey, Ayumo. Can you hear me? Please tell me you can hear me. Wake up. You have to wake up. Don't do this to me. Ayumo. Ah, it sounds like somebody's calling out to me. I can hear a voice, high and anxious, cleaving through my comfortable, cozy state of non-existence. My head is starting to hurt again. What's going on? Sounds like you're coming back to reality, bud. Oh, hello. You must be Ayumo. I open my eyes slowly, groggily, and glance upwards. There's somebody standing by my bedside, somebody I don't know. She has long, fair hair tied into a ponytail, and she's wearing clothes, which I suppose are fairly fashionable. Yeah, okay. As far as appearances go, she's quite cute, and it doesn't hurt that her face is so sweet either. Her eyes are very wide, her iris is indigo, and her nose is small and snub. Her lips are pale pink like cherry blossoms, and they're parted in what I suppose is concern. Her skin is white like milk or like snow, and her fingers are slender. She's slender in general. Slender woman? Really, so much so, it looks like a gust of wind could blow her away. I got something else that could blow her away. Okay, that's what he said. She's so pristine, in her ruffled blouse and her high-waisted skirt she hardly looks human. She looks like a doll, but an anime doll. I can't see a single blemish on her skin. She's almost too pretty. What is a girl like this doing in my apartment? I'm asking the same question. I feel dazed, and the girl's breathy exclamation of relief when I open my eyes does little to reassure me this isn't a dream. Put your finger down. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're finally awake. You were out for hours, Ayumu. I was so worried. I don't know her name, but she seems to know mine. Are we friends, then? We must be more than acquaintances, given the familiar way she's talking to me. I don't remember having any friends like her, though. I don't remember having any friends at all. Okay, that's kind of dark. Wasn't that why number 5% unease? No, I'd better not think about that. My head is starting to hurt again. I'm sorry, but this is all kind of a lot. What's going on? Oh, you poor thing. You really must be sick if you have to ask that. I'm sick? You are, yes. You're very, very sick. Your temperature was almost 38 degrees when I last checked. You were passed out when I came here. And that was, I'd say it was about 2 hours ago. I've kept myself busy since then, cleaning this place up, but I was very worried about you. I'm glad you decided to call me this morning. I'd hate to think of you suffering on your own. You were so hot. Oh, I thought that was going to go down a different direction. I was thinking I might have to call the hospital. The hospital? The hospital? I blinked, trying to disperse the white hazy spots which are flickering in front of my vision. My apartment is shifting, and so is this girl's concerned face. It feels a bit like my reality is being filtered through an old VCR player. Everything keeps juddering. Am I really that sick? You look pretty sick, yeah. Though you haven't actually been sick, thank goodness. That's a relief. It seems like your fever might be breaking now, though. You sound pretty lucid for the most part. Maybe I should test you, though. How many fingers? That was English. How many fingers am I holding up? One. Just the one. That's right. And now? It's still just one. Good, good. I'm glad there's no problems with your vision, at least. Now, what's your favorite food? Pork cutlet, I think. And your favorite book? That's, it's a light novel series, actually, but I love El Forest by Tsushimi Rui. I butchered the fuck out of that. Right, and your birthday? That's October 6th, I think. Very good. And my birthday? That is, crap. I don't know how to answer this. Not that this should come as too much of a surprise. How am I supposed to know this girl's birthday when I don't even know her name? I ponder this for a few moments, my expression contorting. The girl must see my obvious distress because eventually she takes pity on me. Silly Ayumu, you've always been so bad with birthdays. My birthday is only a few days before yours on October 1st. Don't forget it, alright? Maybe you ought to take note of it. It might come in handy later. When exactly? When you want to buy me a birthday present. Duh, for being such a great girlfriend. The girl giggles. And what about my name? Don't tell me you've forgotten that too. You are... It's here that I begin to struggle. I thought I might recognize this girl the more time passed, but we've been talking for a few minutes and that still hasn't happened. I can't recall her name for the life of me. It isn't even on the tip of my tongue. Oh my god. I picked a great time to record this, really. The girl frowns. Well, that's no good. I thought you were on the mend, but maybe I was jumping the gun. I mean, geez. Imagine forgetting your own girlfriend. Huh? Now that's a surprise if I've ever heard one. You're my girlfriend? That's right, I'm Nagy, and we've been together for a month already. You fuck. We were talking to each other for longer than that, though, of course. We've only been going out for a little bit, but I thought you'd recall at least that much. I thought I was special to you, Ayumu. Oh, great. Now she's pouting at me, and it's quite effective, actually. What should I do? Oh, I had to use the mouse for this. I've been using the keyboard this entire time. Reassure her. You are special to me. You're plenty special, I'm sure. I just feel a little bit mixed up right now is all. My head is killing me. Well, so long as you're sorry. She looks happy again. It's to be expected, I guess, that you'd be a little confused since you have such a high fever. That's going to scare the shit out of me in the edit. Would you like to fetch any ibuprofen? What about some water? Oh no, don't go out of your way. I'm sure I'll will. +2 on ease. You'd better. If you don't, then I would. Well, let's not worry about that right now. I think you need to sleep now, more than anything. Do you want to get some more shut-eye? Who calls it that? Old people? Do you mind? It would seem a bit rude inviting you over than spending the whole time asleep. Oh, think nothing of it. I came here to help you. After all, and if sleeping will help you, which I think it will, then that's what you should do. Don't worry about me. You should be thinking about yourself right now, silly. Just relax. You hear? I hear. Your super cute girlfriend is going to do her darnest to help you recover. Oh, self-confident. I like it. I'm not going to leave until we get that fever of yours under control and that frown turned upside down. Okay. Right. Nagy's voice is high-pitched and it hits me like a freight train. It's relentless. I'm not sure if listening to her spiel is making me feel much better. My head is still aching, though I suppose I appreciate how determined she is to cheer me up. I still can't quite recall having a girlfriend. Especially not one this devoted. But, well, whatever. I'm sick. I must be confused, like Nagy said. I shouldn't pay it too much heed. I yawn. Tears begin to bead in the corner of my eyes. Obediently, my eyelids begin to fall shut. I feel so tired. Yes, that's right. Get some more sleep, Ayumu. Sleep as much as you like. I'm not going to leave you. I'll always be here to take care of you. I promise. I'm not sure how long I sleep for, but then I wake up. But when I wake up, I feel distinctly groggy, soggy, croggy. What the fuck just happened? I have no idea. Okay, let me click. I blink, attempting to disperse the white spots that were scattered in front of my vision. The back of my head is still pounding. I still feel out of it, regardless of how much I say, Krabby Ragoon. It takes me a few moments before I realize that I've seen her before. She was sitting next to me the last time I woke up. She said her name was Nagi? That's right. It's good to see that you're awake, Ayumu. You were out of it for ages. Haha! You really must be tired. Ah, well, that answers one question I had. I was wondering how long I'd been asleep. I am pretty tired. Yeah, I look at my bedside table, searching for my digital alarm clock, but I can't find it. +2 unease. Now that's funny. I was sure I had a clock there, though I don't recall using it very much, not in the last few months at least. I didn't have any need for it. Did I throw it out? I don't remember doing that, though. +1 unease. We're at 10% already. I don't remember much of anything. Oh. Nagi must have noticed my expression twisting because she frowns. Turn that frown upside down. Okay, is something bothering you? You're not in any pain, are you? Oh no, I'm fine. I just wanted to know what time it was if you knew. The time? I think it's about midday. You woke up at 9, but you've been sleeping the last 3 hours. 3 hours? That's quite a lot. Yeah, you were asleep for a while, like I said. You poor thing. You've been laid very low indeed, but don't worry. I've not been hanging around doing nothing these last 3 hours. I actually made some rice porridge for you to shore up your strength. You did? I don't see any rice porridge. I did, yeah, it's still in the kitchen. Let me warm it up for you. Okay. Nagi rises to her feet, the hem of her skirt fluttering, then sets off. I hear the sound of a distant clattering in the kitchen of pots and pans. And then the shuffle of returning footsteps. Nagi is wearing indoor slippers, so her feet don't make very much noise. Her footsteps are... I just skipped that on accident. I guess she doesn't want to get my floor dirty. Not that it matters. My floor is filthy, just like the rest of my room. It should be, at least, but my surroundings look tidier than I remember. My alarm clock isn't the only thing I see that's gone missing while I've been asleep. Ta-da! Nurse Nagi is back on the scene. Nagi appears before me less than 5 minutes after her departure. She's smiling brightly and she's holding a tray. This is for you, Ayumu. Eat up. On the tray, which Nagi is now thrusting. Thrust. There's a bowl of warmed up rice porridge, from which steam is gently exuding, and a cup of herbal tea. The rice porridge is a milky white, and the tea is a translucent copper color. They both look nourishing. And they smell pretty good, too. I can't see anything wrong with this food. Not at a glance, at least, but... I'm gonna trust my girlfriend. I'm sure it's fine. If this porridge tastes as good as it looks, it should be delicious. -5 unease. Thank you, Nagi. I smile at my girlfriend and pick up my spoon. This looks great. I can't wait to dig in. It's no problem, and you don't need to thank me. I am your girlfriend, after all. It should be a given that I'd look after you. I suppose it would, yeah. I dip my spoon into my porridge under Nagi's watchful gaze. Then I bring it to my lips. I like to bring something else to my lips, if you know what I mean. I blow on it. Let's not go there. Then I put the spoon in my mouth. So what do you think? Is it good? I let the porridge linger on my tongue for a few moments before swallowing. It slides down my throat easily. I have such a dirty mind, dude. My mind just goes into the wrong places immediately. Oh. As I expected it would. It is rice porridge after all, and it's quite watery at that. Nagi must have made it like this on purpose so it'd be easier for me to eat. That was very considerate of her. I'm not sure if I can handle any food that's too solid at the moment, given how unwell I feel. If I had to describe it in one word, I'd say it's pretty homey. It reminds me a little of my mother's cooking, actually. My mother used to make me rice porridge just like this when I was young, and I was too sick to go to the school. This is all rather nostalgic. -2 unease, back to 3%. It's good. Yeah, thanks, Nagy. You could sound a little bit more appreciative. I'm glad to hear it. I know my cooking isn't the best, but I've been trying. I want to get better, all for your sake. Now, why don't you finish it up? You gotta get a little more food in you. Aye, aye, Captain. I'll do my best. Ah, fuck. I'd prefer nurse over captain. The latter sounds a little too nautical. But whatever floats your boat. Okay. I finished the rest of my porridge, then washed it down with a cup of herbal tea. The tea wasn't as hot as I was fearing, and it doesn't scald my tongue. It was quite soothing, in fact. I wonder what exactly is in that tea. Where did Nagy get it? I don't recall buying any loose leaves. I'm not a big tea drinker. Maybe she brought it over from her house. There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm very proud of you, Ayumu. Nagy smiles at me angelically after I finished eating, as though I've succeeded in accomplishing a truly difficult task. You'd be tempted to think, based on the way she's carrying on, I've just run a marathon, which, given how I feel right now, would be an impossibility. Also, I want to point out, what the fuck is the back room there? It's like a bedroom. It's like there's the bed against the wall there, right by that window. But we're supposedly laying in bed right now, so how is that fucking possible? Do we have 2 beds in the same room, and also why? Okay, let's continue. That porridge might have bolstered my strength, but there's no way in hell I'm ready to throw back my covers and start working out. Well, it was easy to eat your food. You're really good at cooking. Well, I don't know about that. There are better cooks out there than me, really. All I can really do is follow recipes. That's what a good cook does. I'm not particularly gifted in the kitchen, but I have been working hard to make food that's worthy of you. Worthy of me, you say? Yeah, you're a great guy, so it's a pretty tall order. But I'm not going to give in. I'm not there quite yet, but I'm sure I'll improve. I'm trying to do different voices. Nagy flashes me a peace sign that takes my tray from my bed. I think she means to take it to the kitchen, but instead she sits on my bedside table and says, "This is the least I can do for you." Really? Given how hard you work. You need to eat a lot of healthy, nourishing food, and you need to get a lot of rest. Do you hear me, mister? Okay, boss. Otherwise, you won't be able to finish the latest chapter of Crimson Fantasia by next Friday. Crimson Fantasia? Why does that name sound so familiar? I'm sure I've heard it before, but it's hard to place it. My brain feels so fuzzy. I'd have thought Nagy's rice porridge would give me strength, but it's not having much of an effect. I still feel wretched. Yes, Crimson Fantasia. Fortunately, Nagy is with me, and she seems to know more about me than I do, at the moment at least. I want to see what's going to happen, and I'm sure all of your other fans do too. The last chapter ended on such a cliffhanger. I absolutely have to know what's going to happen to Iris. You can't kill her off. Not now. She's finally reunited with her sister. I must be a writer. She's barely had a chance to talk to Harmonia yet. There's still so much left unspoken between the two of them, and Iris's fight scenes are the coolest in the whole story. I'll be really upset if she doesn't emerge from her scrape with the Arcanist alive. Oh, right. Nagy's just thrown a bunch of impenetrable-sounding character names at me, but I think I'm beginning to see at long last what she means. Crimson Fantasia is a web novel I've been working on during the last 3 months. I borrowed a bit of inspiration from Tsumi Rui's incredibly popular Elf Forest series, but Crimson Fantasia is much darker. Crimson Fantasia stars an average Japanese boy called Haru, who, through a series of unfortunate happenstances, winds up being reincarnated in a magical world called Grimori. Once in Grimori, he meets the plucky young sorceress Iris, who was raised an orphan in the slums. Iris looks your ten a penny ragged orphan, but she's actually a direct descendant of the royal family, one half of the set of twin princesses who were torn apart for reasons unknown. I know Crimson Fantasia sounds an awful like Elf Forest based on the synopsis, and I'm just painting in the broad brushstrokes. They're not actually that alike. Haru isn't as forgiving as Itsuki is, for one thing. He has quite the temper on him, something which Iris, who isn't shy or retiring, has to take him to task for. Then there's Iris herself. Unlike Elfora's Princess Luluna, who is beautiful and kind. I'm sorry for butchering these names. I know I'm butchering the names. I don't know how to say them. I don't know how to say some of these words. I'm just kind of going with the flow. During battles, quite useless. Iris participates in fights alongside Haru as his equal. She's proficient in wielding a large number of weapons, but she prefers to use a scythe. That's a badass weapon. I know scythes are pretty derivative in and of themselves, but I think they look cool, so whatever. I think it's fine. If Nagi knows about Crimson Fantasia, I suppose she must have read it. I wonder, are you a fan of Crimson Fantasia, Nagi? Oh, Ayumu, what sort of question is that? It was an earnest one. My mind is still all muddled. Oh, that's me saying that shit. I said it in the wrong voice. I can tell. I'm starting to worry that you've forgotten everything. I haven't forgotten about Crimson Fantasia, or its fan base. You like it as well, don't you? How can you ask that, you big dummy? I know you're trying to be modest. That's one of your most appealing traits, but you don't need to worry about that. Not around me. You should know by now that I don't just like Crimson Fantasia. I love it! Oh, yeah? Yes. I'm its #1 fan, and that's saying something, given it's become so popular. I was there first, however, before it became so big. I was leaving you supportive comments right from the very beginning on your blog. That's how we ended up meeting, remember? That day you emailed me asking me out for a coffee was the most precious day of my life. I was so excited I thought my heart would burst, like for real. I felt like I was meeting a celebrity. And in a way, I guess you are. You're quite the big shot. Uh-huh. This sounds plausible, but I have a few doubts. Is Crimson Fantasia really that successful? Only in my dreams. Yes, it's very popular. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to have to leave it here. I don't want to make this episode all too long, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this up with a save. Okay. Go back to the title screen. So yeah, guys, that's Girlfriend Simulator, Part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know when this game came out. I think it's kind of recent. So if you guys want to give her a shot yourself, go ahead and give her a shot. I'll definitely be coming back to complete this game. I don't know how long it is. I think I read that it's like 40 to 50 minutes of reading. This is a visual novel, so pretty much the entire game is just reading. It's like a story, but in a game form. So, yeah, this has been Girlfriend Simulator. I hope you enjoyed it. I gotta say that I love the story. I love what's going on. I'm not a big fan of anime. I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge fan of anime, but I do love visual novels. And usually with visual novels, they use like anime-looking characters. I don't know what the proper word is for anime characters. I know there's like a specific name for them. They're not just called anime characters. There's like a name for them. I don't know what they're called. I don't know if it's manga. I think manga might be something different. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I enjoy this. This has got a good story, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.